I'm Aaron Schell, and we're at the 2009 Joe Nall, and we're very fortunate to have Curtis Youngblood here. And I was hoping I could get a chance to talk with you about the Piro Flip versus Kaos discussion, because as I understand, you were the first person to develop the Kaos. And well, tell us a little bit about the story of what the Kaos is, in your opinion.
Basically, the Kaos, I was trying to think at the time what was the most complicated controlled maneuver I could come up with. And the Kaos basically starts with a pirouetting flip, but it's a rotation of a pirouetting flip. So it's a pirouetting flip, but much more complicated than the pirouetting flip. Whereas nowadays, most people, they see a fast pirouetting flip, especially low, they call it a Kaos.
Right.
And those are quite different things.
So a pirouetting flip is where the helicopter does a pirouette and the disc flips in one direction away from or towards the pilot or whatever.
On a given axis, yeah.
Right, and the Kaos is where, correct me if I'm wrong, but as I understand it, every flip it changes orientation so that you would start like away from yourself and then it would go sideways and then in towards yourself and then sideways.
Basically, yeah. I mean, first to be able to do a Kaos, you have to be able to do a controlled pirouetting flip on a given axis. In other words, you should see it pirouetting and the disc simply rotate like you took a plate and rotate it in front of you on a given axis, right, this way. You need to be able to do the pirouettes while it's doing it on that axis without it wobbling around or doing something else. That disc just turns. Then what you do is you take it and you rotate this axis, so it starts here, then it's here, then it's here, all the way around. So if you reset on the nose every time that it's level, the nose first comes here, then the nose comes over here, and the nose comes over here, then it comes towards you, then it comes slightly to your side, then it goes to the right, then it goes forward, and it's a controlled pirouette as you phase it, basically. And again, most people just kind of do a pirouetting flip, right, which is the basics of a Kaos, but it isn't a Kaos.
Right. Great. Well, I have enough trouble with the pirouetting flip. I feel like I've come a long way just to get to there, but the Kaos is something that I finally feel like I understand what it is now that I can do a Piro Flip, but it's like, how would I even go about that? Do you know of any other pilots that can do a true Kaos, and who have you seen do that?
I actually haven't seen any other pilots really out there doing true Kaos consistently. I at one time can do it. I can't even do it today. If I sat out there today and tried to do it, I get a little phased, or what you want to call it. I have trouble as it comes. I can do about 80% of it, but as the nose comes straight at me, I have trouble continuing to go and continue to have it phased to my right. With a little practice, I can do it again, but I can't even do it on call. Someone asked me to do it. I wouldn't be able to do a full one without practice. No one else I know of. Again, the part of the problem is you're usually show pilots. You're out there trying to impress the crowd. The crowd has no clue what you're doing. Right. So the fact that you do a true Kaos or just pirouetting flip, they don't know the difference. So it usually pays off to no one to sit there and really learn it, other than to show off to the other top pilots that I can actually do this.
Great. Well, thank you for your time, and thank you for clarifying this, because I feel like it's something that the term Kaos has been overused a little bit, and I'd like to see it come back and maybe even see, I mean, I don't know if it'd be possible to see it get into the competition world again, but to challenge pilots with what is probably the hardest maneuver I've ever seen would be awesome. So. Well,
yeah. Well, even now, I mean, there's other elements you can add to it. You can also add Kaos reversal, so in the middle you're reversing the pirouette direction while you're phasing. Wow. You could even have it where you phase partially one way, phase back, phase half, phase back, you know. There's all kinds of other elements you can add to it now also. You can even in the middle have a roller flip, so it actually changes now the direction in mid-flip, in mid-Kaos. So there's other elements on top of it you can add as well. So for a competition maneuver, you can get kind of ridiculous with it. And with experienced judges, they'll be able to tell if you're doing it or not.
It's fantastic. Well, thank you for your time, Curtis, and we're excited to have you here and looking forward to watching you fly more.
Thanks a lot.
All right.